So I'm a bit worried for them, but I think this could be good for them if they're able to win it.
I couldn't agree more. And yeah, you said it. Not only is this the first time that North America have had a train on the stream, it's the first time it has been played just full stop. This is the first North America train that we are getting, and it is going to be a hype train. And we're going to be kicking off Ghost Gaming on that CT side. We've got the Julies out and Lunari with the signature. I say Lunari and Violet as well, both with their signature decoys. Every single pistol round, you will see them. And I'm curious to see what shenanigans they're going to get up to kick this series off.
Wow, they have Pop Dog on lock. Violet able to get the first one. Tori's going to swing into about 3 players here very quickly. Has to isolate these. Lots of damage, but the Julies reign supreme. Now Ash and Violet left alone on site. A smoke and a decoy, but how much can you really get with just a decoy here? The bomb is dropped, and you have to find another way into this.
Amira is about to ruin some days. His all is going to run around the corner. The trigger discipline, however, is perfect. Spins around, manages to dodge the bullets. Call her Neo from the Matrix. Does get taken down by Ash, but 1v3 and Piggy's low health. That bomb, however, is going to be... It's inconvenient, Apples.
Quite inconvenient. You never want to drop the bomb there. Especially when they already had a triple setup to begin with, and you only got 1 kill just to get them dropped in. A decoy is going to allow them just off the angle, but not much you can do here with 30 seconds left. Let's have a P250 and armor. We'll have a little bit more bullets, but everyone is hiding and waiting for her to go for the bomb. Is going to pick it up, and that's a team kill, not a kill for Ash, as Ghost Gaming win the first round here.
I think rounds like that, we like to refer to that as an acceptable casualty, is when you're so caught up in the heat at the moment that they were all swinging out there. They were all kind of lined up in front of each other. I think it was the right move to try run forward, but unfortunately, just too many people, too many angles, and they unfortunately are not going to have too much more to go here. There we go, yeah. Jump down at the end. I can't tell if they're happy about the team kill or about winning the round. To be honest, I think maybe a little bit of both. Get the bans. We talked about this yesterday. The vibes in North America have been amazing. And there's a little bit of information given away early, and a smoke immediately to block anybody pushing A, and Mira in such a nice position could just farm up the cash nicely here. They don't clear her. 1 goes down. It's Messi, gets a second, has to switch to the USP. Unfortunately, not able to do much more than that, but Piggy Kiki from afar is going to deal with the loose ends.
Ooh, and is able to get another one as well. I feel like Ghost Gaming have such a chokehold here on this area. 7 Lish is left alone, and she cleans it up very nicely indeed.
That she does. I don't know what more there is really to say about this potentially. I think pretty standard start here. This is going to be where we start to see it getting a little bit difficult. Nouns, I feel, of course, they're going to have to forgo this round as well. They do have a tiny bit of util, which clearly they've got something in mind here. A frag and a flash. I'm assuming they're going to try take some control over towards Ivy, but no. Oh, missed nades. Emily, it's going to take a whole heck of a lot of damage there. Beaks out is going to take even more. Now, flashbang to try and deter them and get a peek off the back of it. I think maybe at some point you throw a smoke in that direction, but maybe a bit too late. As Ash is already in backlines.
And that's what they need to do here. Pop Dog not really getting controlled by Ghost Gaming right now. Aren't going to be able to smoke off T-Con. Mira getting in a very weird situation here. Kind of sandwiched in between a lot of the T's, but he's able to hold down. Pop Dog, oh, what a nice peek out. A nice headshot just to eliminate one of the CTs. That's a rifle down. But I love how pushed up Mira is right now.
It's so much info. And the fact that, you know, that's an unfortunate kill to be finding onto Piggy Kiki. But the fact that she manages to throw that Molotov is all that she needed to do in that situation to allow her team to gather up and to sort of patch the hole that was left there very quickly. But now over towards B, and Tori has the high ground.
Oh, another headshot. Not going to be coming easy for her. Ellie's able to find one below, but Catalyst has followed up a nice trade, 3-on-3. Bomb to...
We talked about the impeccable flashes. And now Mira, there we go, jumps out, gets 2, and Tori's still kicking up a storm here, trying to tap away, but there's no way to stop this defuse, the ever-diligent bodyguard of Sevenlicious from afar. And that is going to be a 3rd round on the ball flawlessly. But finally, we're getting to see that AWP come on out from Violet. Now, we've never seen them play this map. Now, what we know from seeing where they've played elsewhere, potentially, we're likely to see Violet on this AWP, playing it very much like a shotgun, pushing these angles, bunched up with her team, which can be pros and cons here as well. We're expecting to see her take some of these aggressive fights. And talking of aggressive, Mira, there's the first, going for some more as well. Her money is looking snazzy right now. Catalyst very worried that there might be a follow-up, an answer to the kill. And it's going to come from Ellie, but it's just a bit of a peek and a back away, not willing to lose her life over this.
That's information gained, though. Space gathered there from Ghost Gaming, making them kind of back away from Pop Dog for now. They are stalking a very long way over towards Ivy. Sevenlicious with a nice dink, but not the kill. Lunari's going to be coming victorious out of there. Kiki looked to be able to do a little bit there, but a nice shot from Violet. That's the op that we were looking for. Emily's around the corner with an op of her own. Are they going to expect this? But a missed shot and a nice shot from Ash. It's going to clear it out. Ellie left alone. Just a smoke, a kit, and a FAMAS. And honestly, at this point, I just will try and see what damage you can go from Nouns. See if you can get an AK out of their hands. Oh! This round, full of headshots from Nouns, and it's looking good for them on their first full buy.
I think this is the little bit the dichotomy of this Nouns team, right? Is that they lost that firepower from Jessica's not being playing with them today, and they've had such a switch up of who's been playing on the team, who's been calling, who's just been in the server on any given day, right? But they have so much history with each other that a lot of these players will just be able to gel back together. But it's how well that's going to work. You've got the history, but there are still those components around you that aren't going to be integrated. And this is aggressive, but the flash is amazing. Biggie Geeky gets 2, and it's Lunari, the savior, the angel, to try bring some semblance of balance back to this. But this should never have been allowed to happen.
I mean, you did the damage, you did what you could, and the Julies did so much that round. Yeah, Lunari getting kicked down to 9 health. Actually crazy.
And especially, you know, at the end there, yeah, it was a little bit of a landslide once Lunari sort of activated, but also with the pistols, even from the long range there, Emily could have done so much. Just a stray bullet grazing the skin would have taken them down. But lovely stuff coming out from an eco there, and that's going to make Nouns a little bit uncomfortable. Violet, we talked about the aggressive peaks. There's the first. Is burning alive, does manage to escape that CT molly. It's been a hot topic of conversation recently. And Mira, once again, this huge information position that is going to deny them stepping foot on A.
Yeah, full control of T-Con here. They have all of Pop Dog. The only real entry in for Nouns has to be through Ivy. Just waiting out these smokes, seeing if you're able to figure out an AK, but that's a nice way to control Ivy from Emily. Op battle is reigning supreme on the side of Ghost Gaming for now. Down, stalking around up at Brown. Looking in through Pop Dog. They could be able to catch a timing here, but you can see Sevenlicious is right here, right next to E-Box. Could be able to peek out and find a headshot, but so far the AKs are looking good. Ooh, does Strave out just a little bit. Kiki gonna get dropped down. Don't know if she has information that there's 2 here. Now she does. Nice flash in, lots of damage, but that's not gonna be it. Mira forced to do a little bit more on the other side. Oh, but it's Emily. that a
And they're running her down, but Catalyst might be able to find the pick. No, Ellie does just dance around, but Emily, the snappy flicks, just to rein this back under control. And that hurts a little bit. It was looking really nice for Nouns at the start there. They had something going, but hot shot in the server.
Hot shot. Hot off in the server as well.
Exactly.
And just like the control that Sevenlicious has there on Pop Dog, without even peeking out too much, letting Emily get in position to help her out is so important. And now she's getting very aggressive with this, bringing her MP9 and Mira up here, leaving T-Con kind of open, just peeky kiki there. Catalyst anticipating that, but it's not going to work. A nice double peek to clear out the double T's. Is that a miss smoke? It's all good. With all this, Ash is able to lurk onto site, though.
It's only a problem if it messes up the round for you, and Ash, luckily, unaffected by this. They have managed to just slip by the defenses, and none the wiser here. Ash has got so much space to work with, but Emily's holding, but not for her. Looking a little bit further down the line, and now they've got to try bring this back, but Ash just keeps on going. And now suddenly they've locked them out of the site. They're just going to barrage Utilin, and now Lunari has the opportunity to push that spawn and cut the rotates off before they even get a chance to look at this site.
Is Violet going to be looking for the Sevenlicious flank in, but nice molly towards back bomb train. Just going to flesh them out just a little bit. That goes under heaven. They're still stuck in that position. Violet with a nice shot. Flash in to try and clear it, but Ash is good for it.
It is beautiful. We talked about how Ash, this stellar player, Arcadia player to watch of this series as well, and for good reason. She is the queen of entry frags and opening picks, just carving up so much space. Also want to highlight, I mentioned it very briefly at the start, how we're going to be seeing Violet use this shotgun as if it were a Nova or an XM or a Mag 7. Not a sword off though, because we don't really, it's like the sort of the cousin that you don't really talk about.
Yeah, we don't talk about the sword off.
We're going to see this a lot, and it's that their ability to be up in your face like that before you even know it. And Catalyst this time has to be prepared for the same to happen to her, but she hears all of the chaos, but Tori, she's got a lid on it all already.
A nice double. Still two more CT players pushed up near Pop Dog, just not letting them get that space. A nice boost up with a pistol. Not going to be granted much. All eyes are here. Oh, that's something. That's an AK drop. That is something picked up for the CTs if they're able to retrieve it. But Ash is already on the site. The bomb is getting planted. Nikhil is getting away from her. Sevenlicious is not letting her see her. Nice smoke is going to keep her at bay for now.
She's got a team, and they've got flashes if they want to clear through this. A nice smoke over towards A2 could potentially shut down this defense a little bit, but the call to save has been made, and definitely the right one. Their money in a very volatile position right now, and there is no chance of defusing this bomb. Not with a kit in play, and not with 4 very healthy players still standing in your way. So the bomb's going to go off. I do have to ask Apples, however, in this moment. Have you heard about the new call out that Lucy and B-Dog have been pioneering for this map?
Let me know. Let me know.
Up Dog.
Up
which
dog.
is
You're going
I believe it's I believe it's like past the stairs of Pop Dog.
What's up, dog?
I think there was a joke about trying to name it B-Dog, but Brandon was like, no, I'm not prepared for that level of fame yet. But
you go towards B.
That's what I'm thinking, but I think Lucy said earlier today on the broadcast that I think they managed to get Machine to use it at Pro League. So it's a thing now, and talking of things that are happening, Catalyst taking names.
Wow. The AK is already down. Ghost Gaming did buy down to 2K this round, and a nice shot from Violet's gonna let them not save another MP9. Mira just gonna go and pick up some utility and wait this out. It's gonna be a long wait though. Honestly, the way that the money is looking for Nouns, they could go hunting.
They
Oh, she picked up an AK too.
They probably should. They've got Violet on enough money to drop, but yeah, there we go. Ash gonna take it down. On the other side of things, our community broadcasters, they have got one swift game going for them. At the half, Mega Juniors versus Supernova Comets, 0-12 to Supernova Comets.
Oh.
Now, we've only seen 1-13-0 so far, and it was Supernova Comets versus Nyx Empire. There is a very real chance we're about to see our second. I say we're about to see it. Don't tell anyone, but we've got the better game. But if later tonight, once all of the games are done and you want to go back and have a look at the other game, you know, it's going to be a bit of a speedy one.
Why are you saying that we got the better game?
Because I'm here with you, Apples.
The better game is because we're hanging out.
I'm not sure what map that they're playing on, but I don't think it's Train, so they don't have Updog, which makes
They're on Anubis. So
yeah, they don't have Updog, so...
E-Box. Do you call it E-Box or Connector?
So this is the really weird one. I call it Connector because that's what it says.
There's an electrical box.
But there's also an electrical box, but there's so many maps that have an electrical box, and it's the only electrical box. It's a topic of conversation we could argue about for hours, but I'm gonna call it Connector, and that's if we end up seeing it as our third map today, and hopefully we do, but we gotta get there first, and Ellie wants to try put a halt to all of the plans of seeing anything past Ancient. There's a flashbang to deter them. Actually, now comes the barrage utility, all stunted by that smoke. They're trying to get ahead of it, and that kill just allows them free reign over this site, and Ash already pushed all the way up, extending their reach and extending their space to push beyond the bomb site and set up this post plant.
She's going so aggressive here. Emily's already gonna get smoked off, and Ash through the push is gonna take her down. Piki Kiki not even given the ability to trade. Mira's in Z, but honestly, this is looking like a walk-away situation for Ghost Gaming. They have no money. 3 rifles and an op save would really mean everything. Mira's just on site A. Could be able to find someone through Z, but really depends on if they get hungry, and they do. They are very close to everyone. Oh my gosh. Don't peek out. Don't peek out.
Careful.
Don't peek. Don't peek. Don't peek. Don't peek. Don't peek. Don't. Oh. Look at her face. Like, ooh.
I've got grey hairs from that alone. I can't even imagine how you feel in that moment, hearing the footsteps sing, because there's a missed shot and you can hear the bullets. There was a lot of whiffed bullets there. We're going to pretend we didn't see them, but...
She's not an opper. It's all okay.
Exactly. But Emily does have this AWP. The CZ, this is one of the choices of all time.
It's definitely a choice. It's definitely something that has happened.
It's a choice that you look at and go, yeah, but it's got a good personality, the CZ.
That's
lovely
nice.
Shot.
That is something really nice, and that is Ash out of the server this early on. And it's someone that's been so proactive.
It's going to make them worry about the buy that they're up against, because the money is not good across the board here. There's next to no utility. But you know that there's that AWP. The moment that you hear, now that you know they have an AK, the moment they hear that A4 and 7licious as well, that's when you have to start worrying that it isn't just this messy buy, that you might actually have to be really careful about what you're going up against.
Absolutely. Like, all right, did they actually have a bank? Did they actually be able to buy here? You always need someone to do some money training. Oh, missed shot. That would have been a huge opportunity for Emily. Violet's going to take that situation to at least get 1 kill. Emily's going to find one, and Ellie with the deagle doing a lot of damage. However, Nouns have entered into the site. The bomb's going to be allowed to be planted. Ellie is still peeking out here, trying to get another deagle shot. Tori sneaking up here, could be able to line up a couple, but that op reigns supreme, and so does 7licious's M4. 7licious's. What's the plural of 7licious? Or the possessive? 7lici. Or 8licious.
Why was 6licious scared of 7licious?
7, 8.
9licious.
Well, 9 kind of looks like the G in Ghost Gaming, right?
Ooh. There's a conspiracy here that we're
we
unraveling.
we have a corkboard with pins and images with lots of string all together, just tying together nothing.
Exactly. We are seeing things that aren't there. Don't worry too much about us. It's probably nothing to worry about. But what is something to worry about is Nouns. They've got a real chance to go up here at the half. Emily wanting to find his opening pick. Back turn. Doesn't even need the flashes. There is a trade. And Emily back once again. And it's 1, 2, 3. Back and forth they go. Tagging each other out of the round and out of what is left of this half. And now 3v3 awaits us.
Back in T-Con, Tori looking up towards upper, does spot a player, not gonna be fast enough to get that kill. Nari and Ash gonna take this and just make their way out onto site. Piki, Kiki, and Mira both here, trying to watch these angles as they try to make their way in. Mollied off of the site, have to back up. This is a hard spot to be in, and then they know exactly where she is now. She has to rely on the rest of her team to get there, but they're all smoked out. I'm just gonna get planted. Oh, what a quick move there from Ash to get that kill. She is low now, and Mira kind of on a flank, gonna be able to come on over your yellow train. Tsunari gonna see this. Ooh, back and forth toward the crossfire. It is just crossfire after crossfire this half, and we'll have to see how it is after this break.
Press play. No
Welcome back. The second half lies in wait, and it's actually Nouns up at the half, going onto their favored side on their map pick. A map pick that we weren't expecting to see in the CZ. It's back on out. It's been a funky day to see it used in the HE.
Right.
It's ready for Lunari, and this could go deep. This could do a whole world of damage.
Depends on if she's able to throw it before they see her, before they disperse. Oh, no, a missed one. That would have been, honestly, a little bit of game-changing movement there. Violet very close up to upper. The CZ only going to grant 1 kill. They're going back and forth. Lunari's going to grab a headshot as well, but Peaky's already on site, able to clear it out. Tori left alone over near CT. Nice headshot angle, but it's going to be Peaky that cleans it up. A nice 3K from her to start this off.
Indeed. The CZ getting 1 more kill than everyone predicted it was going to get. In fact, it probably got 2 more kills than everyone predicted this game. Is the reaction time has been something that has been playing a huge factor today. And it's always something in CS that you have to be really quick on. You have to have this quick response. And Ash has been really hot on it. But you see it here. There it was Lunari just wasn't able to turn around quick enough to even see where the person was standing. So wasn't even able to pass over that information particularly. So we're going to have to see some rapid brain processing going on here, because Ghost, they're jumping out, and Nouns, they've got to stay on top of this, as they are unfortunately walking in blind to a lot of these angles. And Bomb spectacularly quickly down, but also no resistance, because Nouns, they're shimming along. Come on, shake your body, baby, do the conga.
This is something that they've done recently in a lot of games, but we have not seen it on Train. Like, they just kind of all, as a group, run someplace and just go sit.
Anubis.
We see it on Nubis, yep.
We're going to be seeing that later. It's going to be on their CT side. They're just going to run it down mid. They do it on DOS too as well.
Yeah.
On their CT, it's especially CT side. They just run it down, and unfortunately they
like they're Astralis stacking.
It's Astralis stacking without the stacking or the Astralis.
Yeah. Or the kills.
Exactly. Well, I mean, Astralis stacking and not getting the kills. Some would argue, statistically speaking, completely non-biasedly, that might also be correct and accurate.
Actually, if you've ever Astralis stacked on Office in the long hallway with AKs on T side, that is 100% lucrative.
Office mentioned? Office in the Macro next season, guys. You heard it here
Yes.
first. Ooh,
do have utility. Wow. Oh, wow. Go ahead.
That's a faux pas. That is a fumble and a half. And Sevenlicious trying to rein it back in with some picks, and they found a lot of map control, but definitely not worth the cost here. Why would you?
This is how you kind of win CT side on Train. You just got to control T-Con with the utility. A flash out for Piki, but she's good for 1. Nouns FE, they have shown that they know their lineups, they know their quick utility, and they're able to get it done with a full save last round. They had so much money, only dropping 2 players this past one. They're going to be able to do that once again in Ghost Gaming. Gonna have to learn to wait it out or go someplace else.
That they are. And yeah, losing 2 to the Molotov there is not really something you can afford, and trying to find anything. And also there was so much damage done to the rest of the team from it as well. So hopefully not a mistake they're going to be making again. The nade, I swear, went deep enough to do damage, but Piggy Kiki walks away with 1 damage to her health because flipping is funky. Sevenlicious takes the fight. Ooh. Lunari, that is a beautiful pick, and it keeps this entire section on lockdown. They now don't have that third angle, that second part of the pincer to clamp down, coming out through Ivy here, and that lurk now dismantled. Tori waiting. It's not going to get too much of an early warning sign before the trap here is sprung. Kiki waiting with the util, and as it tumbles down, the rest of the team probably going to want to start moving over pretty soon.
Util is going to be thrown out. Nice flash, but another one's going to come in tandem. Emily drowned. Mira from upper. able to get the trade, but Catalyst is there as well. Really, all they need here is a bomb plant, and it does get down. Ellie left in an uncomfortable spot, unwinnable round for her. Nouns pick up another, and they drop less and less players each CT round.
They are just ramping up here, and I love it. It's great to see. We were a little bit hesitant, a little bit doubtful. Nouns not yet able to secure themselves a series just yet. So this one, we were hoping was going to be something interesting, something spicy. You don't pull a map like Train out of nowhere. But if they were going to do it, putting out a map we haven't seen in the region before to be their first map victory of the season, it's poetic, some would say.
I think FlyQuest played it last night against Nick's Empire, if I remember correctly.
They might have done. I haven't updated to have a look at the off-stream games yet. Actually, that is a very good one.
Gotta update your spreadsheet, Affinity.
It hasn't been played before week 4, you know? It's all one long day for me, you know? Day 1 and day 2, it's all one.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't even go to sleep. I just sit at my computer waiting to join the call again.
That's what I do between seasons. Is I just sit wait. What do you do when I'm gone? Sit and wait for you to get back.
That's so me.
And it's gonna have to be Ghost's economy as well, sitting and waiting for the money to come home. And it's not this round, and they're gonna try to get ahead of the Molotov, and they just push on through it. Luckily ahead of it, Lunari backed off and is holding for this angle. They've got nothing really to help them around the corner. They dry peek it, wear down all of the bullets in the magazine, and Mira's gonna get the kill off the back. Ash, however, is going to be tested, and the whole team comes together cohesively to put a halt to any of these shenanigans. Nade goes deep, and they're trying to deny this plant, and they will indeed. Tori's going to need to reload at some point. Has to switch to the sidearm, the desperate, frantic bomb plant. The digits do get punched in, but it's not going to be long left lived for this world for Piggy Kiki and Nouns. They allow the bomb plant, they do not allow the round, and double digits. Here they go.
And a couple Tech 9s picked up as well. Fancy little sidearm.
Exactly, sweet treat.
So what I'm liking on Nouns right now, I feel like everyone is doing their part. It is not just Ash at all, like we've seen in previous games. Everyone is getting the picks. It's not just one player getting a 3K, a 2K here, whatever. Everyone's getting their pick. They're holding down their angles together, and it feels like Ghost Gaming, they are not pushing all together on a specified angle. Oh, Miss Nade, that's all right. Oh, that's a... It's weird how the nades work on this map. I feel like they haven't really been hitting
on the walls and stuff. I think it's just been generally uncomfortable across the board, but Train in these close angles has been the worst for it. And yeah, we've seen it. Also, just the misutility seems to be a recurring theme this series, and hopefully it's not going to cause any issues. That's the thing, is it's been in the map pool for like 3 months now or something. Maybe longer. It's been in a terrifying map. Oh, the smoke is disrespected, and even though the flashbang's good, still a pick to be found, but it's 1 for 1 and Catalyst hobbling.
They're taking the bomb somewhere else. They're trying to go out Pop Dog here. This is a nice sandwich, but I feel like Nouns have already read this. Everyone's on this site waiting for them to come out. The smokes are down, but they're still hiding behind them. It'd be hard to clear them out. Emily does clear someone out with a molly, but not gonna be the wiser. Gonna try and fight with Ash here on site. Oh, that headshot was quick, but so are the trades. Feels like Emily and now Sevenlicious just fighting around the enemy. Violet left alone with an up and a Tech 9. 6 health versus 16. Up versus AK, but a Tech 9 in hand could be the winner. Just gonna have to sit in Z here.
Yep. And the utility available for Ghost just to stall this out. That flash could be everything in peeking this defuse, and Violet probably gonna try bait it out. Actually, isn't he? When it baits it, is just gonna go for the swing here. Catches Emily off guard, and plenty of time, and the deed is done. And a wonderful recovery coming out from them here. Nouns putting themselves on an 11th.
really good from Nouns. Really, really good from Nouns. We haven't seen this kind of agility, this kind of work around them for quite some time. And maybe they just needed to play train. They needed to finally be able to get granted a train. Because how many teams on your spreadsheet have train as a permaban right now?
To be honest with you, I don't think many of them have it as a permaban because there seems to be some sort of like gentleman's agreement that it's just not going to get played. Lumen and Supernova Comets. Sorry, Lumen, Supernova Comets, and Black Mold. But even amongst that, occasionally they won't even permaban it because they know that nobody else wants to pick it, so they don't want to ban it first. But also, mostly it's the teams that didn't really play Vertigo just switched over and were like, we're not going to bother with Train. We're just not going to go there. You know, just stick with what we've been doing. Stick with the map pool that we have. Nothing changes for them. They don't have to learn a new map, and they can just keep rolling and building on what they already had. I think more people should play Train. I think we complained as a community so much about getting rid of Vertigo that we need to now be like, come on, guys. We've got to, like, prove that it was worth it, right? I'm also... I'm loving the org coming out here. Sorry to sidestep and sidetrack here.
No, that's fair. I feel like a lot of the reason why people don't play train either in pugs or even in officials right now is just because of how weirdly sized I feel like it is. It's very easy for Ts to get super, super quick to T-Con. You have to throw utility there, and if you lose that from CTs, it's very hard to get that back, but a lot of that's also just in MM, in pugs that you experience against players that don't know what they're doing.
Me, I am players that don't know what they're doing.
Like, you really need to have your team utility here. You need your conditioning utility that goes out every single round, so you can kind of obviously condition how the other team is going to be playing against you.
I think with this as well, that if you come into a game where not many people have train in their strat book, if you have anything, you can catch everybody off guard. I think you're absolutely spot on with this. Now, in the midst of all of this, we talked about how important certain areas of the map are, and now Tori, unfortunately, has lost all lines of sight, all information on what's going on behind the scenes here, and as they drop onto site, they now have to clamber back into this. Bullets, Ellie, it's a little bit messy, is eventually taken down, but it's all a bit of a misdirect as A looks where they're hitting. And now there's the first one. Violet with the next is trying to line them up, but they are approaching on all sides here. Manages to get second before going down. Mira's found a trade and Seven Malicious doubling down on it. Neither can take each other out, and an HE right now would be perfect. But Lunari,
or an AUG.
Trigger discipline and the spray transfer to match.
You really need a nade if you have an AUG here.
Exactly. The AUG was my favorite gun when I started playing CS, and I had crazy headshot percentage with it. It was all just beginner's luck and no skill. And I prefer it way more to the SG, but this was... I always get a little bit scared when you are out like that in the open with so much on the line, that trigger discipline, but it pays off, and the transfer to get both there as well. Good stuff, good soup. And another timeout being called because all they need is one more round to get this over the line. And the money, they've got to know that the money is not in the best place for Ghost Gaming. Yes, it's a buy. Yes, it's kind of a full buy. But also, Ellie's on a deagle. They're missing util and nobody has an AK. They are all running with Galils.
You know what they call beginner's luck in my MM friend group?
What do they call beginner's luck?
They call it the Apple Law. You do something dumb and it kind of usually always works out.
See, this is my words to live by. If it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid, right? If you do something mind-meltingly dumb, but it works and it keeps working, then was it really dumb?
No, I don't know. I think that is just the Apple Law.
I'm here for, you've got a law named after yourself, right? Like Nayori's got her law. She's got the 9-3 half, which is the Zonix law of MR12. Also kind of brought across from the other game, the V word that we cannot mention.
Yeah.
That's been a thing for a while, is 9-3 halves over there. It seems to be kind of less prominent here. So, Nairi's got a law, you've got a law. Newt's law is if there are numbers, there are stats. Or everything is stats and everything is numbers, something along those lines.
Oh, Affinity.
Does anybody else have a law?
I have some news for you. So you know the finals, they're at DreamHack Dallas this year, right?
They are indeed.
Guess who is going to be there for a meet and greet, a live Q&A, meet and greet, and a talent show?
There are so many people.
We will see them pull something out, and then we get an Anubis third map, and that's all I want in the world.
I'm with you on the rubbing the hands together. I think and Anubis is a map that both of these teams have played a lot of, so it would be a fiery finale. But we've got to get there first, and we've got doubts. There are seeds of worry planted in our mind, and Ancient pissed around. We talked about how Nouns like to just run it down on the CT side, and I have a feeling maybe B ramp is going to be B ramp, maybe through Cheetah, but actually it's going to be through mid that the danger is cropping up, but they've committed this far. Do they just try and wrap this and hope that Tori is enough of a buffer to stop the dam?
Ooh, that's a nice flash. I don't know if Ghost Gaming know how hot on the tail they are right now. Ash is able to get one from Red Room there. Bomb is going to be able to get planted, and Tori is still over in CT. Oh my gosh, Ellie's just swinging into them. Ash is still alive, still chomping in. She's able to find one, maybe a second here. Most of the kills are on the side of Ghost Gaming. It's a 3v1 now for Ash, and this would be a pistol ace.
Have to be, and unfortunately, so many people, so many angles. The crossfire here is just not forgiving.
Ooh.
But it's a difficult one. There's so many moments that I would have loved to see it played slightly differently. We talked about Tori in Cave, and how she'd been in Cave, she hadn't been heard. The issue was, before she activated, before she actually managed to put her name into this round, the players had already rotated through CT, and hadn't really been caught. So you've already got that worry in the back of your mind that somebody might have hopped into Cave. So suddenly now you're checking for someone Cave. So there's not a surprise when someone's there. The element of surprise wasn't utilized to its fullest. And unfortunately, that does mean they are going to start this next round with not in the bank, but a P250. And they are... just straight line. Come on, please, just shuffle in. You can...
No, I'd like this. I want someone to walk into this. I want someone to walk into it. That's what I want. Are they just all one to line?
They were Ellie, oh, 1, 2, It's not quite all 5 lining up, but it's 2 and it's a nice pick. Prison has saved Galil here, and Kato is trying to take the fight to Emmalite potentially. Does get the drop on her, but not quite able to outfire the Galil, and now Bomb goes down, and that Galil is gonna be the precious thing that they try and keep their grubby mitts on. Violet trying to stop anybody discovering Ash, but unfortunately now called upon to have to defend herself.
No save Galil for you.
Nuh-uh.
Emily, the firepower running through that round, not even caring if she would have dropped her own. Can't save 2 Galils on one person, though.
That would be a very impressive thing to be able to do. Very overpowered thing to be able to do. I'd like that as maybe like a game mode, you know? Now that, you know, we don't have retakes or whatever, I'd like that as a game mode. Just how many guns can you hold? And that's how many you're allowed to. It slows you down more each time, but... Malicious, trying to push in and take early control over towards Cheetah, and actually was fully blind, doesn't need vision, has the space on lockdown. Now Lunari suddenly stretched so thin in the map control that she's trying to defend here.
Now only one other player there to help her out. She just has to time her peaks perfectly. Sevenlicious getting very aggressive there. Not gonna completely push up, and now a smoke gonna fall down. Violet looking for her own picks here in mid. Just have to spam for the smoke for the time being.
Yeah, not really much more to be done. Yeah, the jump up I like, but they know that there's a boost, so they can try immediately capitalize off of this. But Ash gets away and is drawing them into the fight. Unfortunately, baited away the reload. Emily is going to capitalize on herself. Catalyst's found one, but her team around her has fallen. Switches over to that Galil and is just trying to get out of dodge, because that is an unwinnable fight right now. But even trying to escape here is not looking particularly safe.
This would be a little bit of a hard angle to clear, but also one that you know they would be hiding in. Don't think Ghost Gaming would go for this. They want to keep that bank up. Lots of money on some players, and they can buy in to the next round by dropping some weapons. So, Nouns with this saved rifle. Can you call it a rifle? It's just a Galil.
Whoa. Why are we slaying Galil?
I'm kidding. I love the Galil.
It would have been like...
It's basically like the M4A4, but for T-side. Like, it has one of the fastest fire rates in the game. So, I'm a Galil fan. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
No, it's all good. I get really... You struck and I get very touched. I'm very, very protective of the Galil.
I get it.
It's my child. It's one of my favorite guns. I don't know why. It's just got a place in my heart that, you know, somebody's just like, yeah, the Galil, like the mid-weapon. I'm like, Well, who are you and your high horse to be slating the Galil in this economy, okay? But they've got a lot of utility around this right now, which is going to be hopefully able to get them some space. But the issue is, instead of defending these bomb sites, they're trying to get proactive and take this map control. Unfortunately, they've not quite got the information that they need, but this push through Cheetah, they're now going to realize, but it's too late because that util's already gone raining down over towards A, and Violet and Tori probably calling for some help right about now, and Ellie's hearing everything, catches the leg, and also catches Catalyst on the jump down, finds Ash as she goes back to try trade, and Lunari now in trouble, can't even fire off that smoke to save herself, put that shield up, and now bomb goes down, and last two players remaining. Sevenlicious has found one, and she's sure about to find the other.
Trying to do a little bit through the smoke, but there's only so much you can do with the Deagle. It's going to save this over into the next round. Okay.
Trying to go through the wall.
Yeah.
Well, maybe just really has something against the wall, you know?
Wallbang into a very strong stone surface. Not sure if that'll work.
I think maybe just taking out some of the aggression, some of the nerves of being a map down on the wall, you know?
Valid.
Oh. And Violet goes down as well.
Oh, she was going through mid. She had no armor. Probably at least looking for a rifle or something dropped there. But nothing given over, and now it's going to have to restart their economy, though. They're going to buy everything into this round. They have all the rifles. The op is finally on Violet. Ghost Gaming, I don't know if they're ready for this, but they do have the rifles to counteract this. No op out for Emily quite just yet. Just trying to wait till it's absolutely necessary as the mid-util comes through. Nouns not pushing this, but they're pushing out through Cheetah very aggressively, super early.
They have all of the info they could want here, and Mira now pushing through mid. She can have a look up there as well. She's not seeing anything at all. And so they can clear most of the map pretty free here.
The op is here. Violet is very close in Cheetah. Sevenlicious just only swings into this. Does get flashed off the angle. Shot not good. Now she's about to get run down. He has some of her teammates there in a smoke to hold them back for now.
Ooh, missed shot coming on through, but Lunari peeks off the back of that. They're trying to capitalize on the missed shot, but Piggy Kiki immediate trade come back through. Now Violet needs to step up. Hasn't had a chance to connect one, but the flash is perfect. Everywhere she looks, the util shutting her down. And there it is once again. And that bomb has gone down in the midst of all of this chaos of her just being unable to look.
4v4 retake is not something that you really want. They have to go for this at some point. Tori's going to make the first move. Sevenlicious out of the gate. I'm going to have to make sure that you're watching your back. Ellie, oh, gotta get sandwiched, but the shot is good. Violet, on the other hand, is able to find one of her own, and they're not lining up as well as Ellie would want. Nouns find the first round on their CT side. A very conjoined effort for their retake. I feel like sitting there and waiting was definitely the right call.
Yeah, and there was a lot of moments, you know, that was a really good showing from them because not only was it a round win and nice shots coming out from them as well, it was a round where they brought it back from continuous sort of, I don't want to say missteps, but moments that didn't go their way. So, you know, they go 1-for-1 on the opening trades, right? And we talked about Violet up close with that AWP, trying to shotgun AWP and cheated. They give away that space immediately. Missed shot down ramp. But they bring it back, and Mira's not comfortable letting that stand. Wants that one round to be nothing but a blip, but instead Ash doubling down, switches to the sidearm, going for some more. It's Lunari to get the kill, but Ash has pitched in as well. And now Ellie, she's on the side, but she is on an island. That bomb, irretrievable, but the timing, she's managed just to slip the net. But the issue is now they know where she is. Catalyst finds it, and Emily now trying to spin around, but the Molotov kill in the background is naught but a consolation prize. A tally next to her kills, but... Ooh.
Lunari was trying to throw an AK over to Ash.
Didn't catch
or someone over an AK. And she was not able to pick up one for herself.
That
what a blunder.
Rough.
It's a little rough. It's something very small.
It's going to be those small things that add up in this, I think, though.
Yeah.
But hopefully not too monumental of an issue. Piggy Kiki, they got bird by the early aggression. Here is deciding maybe it's my time to step on up and take the space. But actually, this is when they put the pedal onto the brakes, and now just slow it down. Play on site. They're not pushing for information. They're content just to make Ghost try and play into them, and the flash over the top here is going to be nice. They go for triple boost.
Triple boost? Are they trying to triple boost here? I have never seen that tech.
I was going to say there's not a whole lot of room for it, so it's going to be difficult to set up, and as you can see, I think maybe giving up. I hope they go for it and try it another time. I'd love to see what sort of information they can find it, but also triple boost with the AWP is really wildly inaccurate whilst moving nowadays, so maybe a best shout, but I like the creativity. Here's a nice flash.
Ooh, that's a nicer shot. Mira dropped down due to Tori's help, and Violet's going to finish that kill off. Ghost not finding much here.
30 seconds. They've got to get the bomb over, and the reinforcements, they still haven't properly cleared out backside. Or now, technically, with Lunari pushing up here, they haven't really cleared anywhere to plant particularly safely.
Oh, and even that's going to be hurtful. You just swing into it. Oh, that smoke not landing where you want, but that's a nice shot. It's not going to be proving anything fruitful there for Ghost Gaming. Nouns find another, and they're just closing the gap one round at a time. The money on the side of Ghost not looking great. We're going to have to save this one, do something with the pistols, or force into it and have to save for another round. Another couple.
Yeah, this is not the position that you want to be finding yourself in. As you said, their money's not good. They concede this round. More than likely, that ties up the scoreboard. And it's Catalyst here does so much finding these picks as well.
Yeah.
We talked about how they didn't really have the time. That first player going down, that really stumps them, right? The fact that the second player, it's just, it all tumbles out of control very quickly. And Nouns, the individuals are coming together here nicely. And I think maybe that's what we're missing a little bit from Ghost here, is it feels like it's been really quiet from players that we expect to really be singing the praises of. Like Mira, for instance, super aggressive, especially in these mid portions of maps, has just not really been finding anything to grip onto just yet.
It's going to be pistols and a little bit of utility here. It's going to be hard to get Violet off of this angle without at least one kill on her. Oh, that's a nice boost. She's going to be able to see all the shadows. little bit of an early shot from her, and she's gonna get mollied off the angle quite early. At least Tori's here to help her out. A nice AK and a 3, maybe a 4. Oh, has to switch to the sidearm, and Emily's gonna run her down. The bomb's gonna be able to get planted unless Catalyst has something to say about it. We are left alone. A nice day to dink her down to 9, and nothing's gonna be allotted for Ghost.
This is another example of something that we saw over on Train. And yeah, it was only 1 round, but it scared me, and that doubt has been in the back of my mind. And another round like this cropping up, that's where it scares me more. Is that Molotov that gets thrown? They run through it again, and they take so much damage. But not only that, they're running through it into a smoke that they don't have the utility to get through safely. Yeah. So all you have to do is you spray that AK through the smoke, and you've got players that are low, that you're taking down with stray bullets. You've got players that don't know where they're going. You get that window of opportunity where your bullets part the smoke that you can see them, and all you have to do is hold down, I'm assuming left mouse button. There's some players that don't shoot with that, and it's a little bit weird, but I'm assuming hold down left mouse. Yeah, there are some players that don't shoot using left click. I don't question it, but another Molotov. This time they're going to sit and wait it out. The correct move to be making.
Nice smoke down. Catalyst blinded completely here, but once she is out of this box, it's going to be granted 1 kill for the rest of the team of Ghost Gaming are on this site ready to talk. Lunari hit down to 1, is given 1 kill. It's still on the site, has to activate over here towards Temple. And just wait for her teammate to join her over in Donut. But honestly, these angles are so down locked. It's going to be hard to peek through. It's a little bit of information. She can probably hear the boost, but no shadows given to her from A main. It's going to be a very, very long clear, and she may pick into 2 players. Emily now on this angle, and oh, that headshot's it. Goes fine a round after 4 rounds of Nouns. Figuring it out.
I'm glad that they've managed to get a round on the board, but again, they get burnt by big box players.
Yep.
They have had somebody jump out from there 3 rounds in a row, and they don't have anybody watching it. And yeah, they win the round. It is a great round from them, the fact that they bring it back. But they do, and I think maybe the reason I'm being quite harsh is because I expect greatness from them. They have been topping the scoreboards. They've been really good. And there are a couple of these little moments that I would love to see them tighten up so that they can really flourish in the way that we know that they can. So hopefully, if they choose to go towards A again in the future, that big box is ready. They're waiting for it, and they can punish the player immediately and not have to try claw back into some.
They were waiting and ready for some A main aggression as well. They were right about that. The reads are there.
I love Catalyst's position here as well, because they know that they're nowhere near A. Ooh, that smoke is a massive gap.
Oh, that's a huge pick. That's a nice one, but just like that, Ghost is going to take that, get more aggressive. Molly's to get them both off the angle. Donut is not open for service. Do you like sprinkled donuts?
I adore sprinkled donuts.
What's your favorite kind of donut?
Pretty much all of them. Jam-filled sugar donut, but
Ooh.
we'll talk more about donuts and bagels in a second, because I have a feeling we're about to get a bloodbath on site. It's not even on site. Now don't let them get anywhere. Not an inch, and they will not take a mile, because they will not get to see that bomb plant radius. And that was a lovely way to end it. Flawless there. Keeper, it doesn't matter, but a little bit of a pat on the back, and I think they could reward themselves, Apples, maybe with a Lucky Charms cream cheese bagel over on that B-side.
It's definitely in season.
It is in season.
That's like the kind of thing that we saw a lot from Nouns over on Train. Like the kills just came so quickly. And they're not coming from Ghosts. Like they're very hard for them to get into these positions where they get the opening kills. They have to get very aggressive into it. And now Violet getting tested here just by a couple of pistols. Nice flash in, but the shot's not going to connect.
He's had real trouble hitting those shots in there. It's definitely a difficult angle to play. And it is an unusual one to see the AWPer hanging around there for as long as they have. And Lunari is going to be run on down, has to be wary. He's pushed off sight, and the flashes are so good. She can't see anything, but she's still finding the pit.
Sevenlicious is working this Tech 9. 2 kills so far on it, and that's going to give them access granted onto the site. However, it's not going to be an easy one. Nira trying to go for this rifle. Going to get sat down by Violet. Tori just going to spam through. Able to
We
find
appreciate
Sevenlicious.
how dramatic Sevenlicious's body fell there.
Yeah.
At the end, just the sort of like...
Just went, huh.
but it was, yeah, it's been, I'm so glad that this has been a closer game. But there's also so many moments, you know, these missed shots coming out from Violet, it's been a little bit of a tough watch at times. But the rest of her team around her, she's just applying the pressure. And to be honest, that's all she's been needing to do here. Nouns, even if they go even at the half, this is looking pretty solid from them. We know how they like to roll on T's side.
Oh,
that is a very deep smoke.
That's
I'm
a
assuming it's
elbow.
a missed smoke, yeah. Or it's a
I've done that
really, really
before.
big brain, make them too scared to go into elbow.
Okay, so they're trying to do the triple
Trying to
boost
get-
again.
They might get caught out here
Oh, Allie's able to get a double at least.
and get away with her life. Tries to pick up the orb. I'm not sure that was
What?
the move. Catalyst left?
Very, very quickly, Ellie has made this their round. Ghost Gaming tie it up at the half. We'll be right back to see how it fares in the second.
Press play. You know I feel the same way. Something crawling under the surface. Snap your fingers, we'll go there. We can find your inner furnace. Keep pacing to the mantra. Don't stop, get what you're after. No rush to find an answer. Get it all out. Stay moving as the beat goes. Feel free and let the rain fall. No need to know tomorrow.
Hello and welcome back. If you missed the first half, it could not have been more even. Now, there's been a couple of little mistakes, and I'm hoping a 3-minute reset is exactly what the teams need to get back on track. And Nouns, they have never been anything less than aggressive on these pistols, and it's straight onto A.
Ooh, but Mir with the dualies, not gonna let them get this as easy as they want. Or at least able to clean up a couple players over in mid. Bomb's gonna get planted. And Ghost Gaming have to retake this. I think they're still so worried about Tori in mid. Now I'm gonna just let that be. Double pushing over through CT. A flash gonna blind a lot of the Nouns players, and that's gonna allow all of the dominoes to fall. Ghost Gaming able to get their pistol.
Yeah, I think maybe a little too hyper-focused over towards CT there that they neglect Donut, and when they're toying with that angle, peeking CT, the back is turned, no one's watching anybody peeking out, so 1-2, bullets to the heads, and then before you know it, the team is dead. But Nouns Effie had a little bit of a deficit here. They've got 3 nades, 3 HEs. No, they've got 2. I was going to say, are we going to see a nade stack? And we're going to see them try take somebody down early on? If so, who is the unfortunate target?
A second mid, but that's counteracting with a lot of utility that Ghost is also throwing out as well.
Yeah, Tori is looking worse for wear right now.
She can't really even move, just there for information. Ash also behind a smoke. They are respecting the smoke so much right now, Nouns, but it's also giving them a little bit of time to think about their next move.
Yeah, they've not got much to work with here. You've got Tori able to peek mid, but there's nothing really to assist around that corner, and dry peeking it could be potential certain death, and so actually decide to back away, regroup, and they're gonna hit B. I think, would be the sensible move here. Try take that space through Cheetah, and it's a very one-dimensional approach here. They're all sort of sliding in one by one in a line and hoping maybe those ramp players can alleviate some pressure, cause some chaos, and drift those crosshairs away from these excavation players.
Oh, they're making it very close up right now. Violet able to find the first. Evolutions clears up the ramp players, and nade just to add some damage in. Violet left alone. Not going to be granted a second headshot.
Oh, not today. But nice stuff coming out there from Ghost. I like this a lot. They handle the ramp push very effectively. The nades going straight in towards excavation as well, just to stop anybody peeking on out. There is a lovely deagle headshot in the midst of all of that, but very well done to convert that round. And Ghost, they set themselves up nicely. It's going to be a bit of a bonus round for them with no weapons really being dropped. It means they've not had a chance to rebuy just yet. And a couple of bits of util missing, potentially worrying. Ash, I don't know if the flash was quite deep enough, but manages to find one off the back at Ellie. Trying to find a second. Does go 1-for-1 with her teammate, allowing her to be baited now. Piggy Kiki swing out mid, trying to keep it 2v2, but Violet just seen through the edge of the smoke. And now both of these players, they know where the other was last seen. That bomb gonna go down, but Kiki maybe gonna try get the drop, stop her relocating post plant, but she's missed the timing.
Definitely.
They've both missed the timing.
They both missed the timing. That's a lot of information from Lunari. It depends on who's going to see the head first, and it's going to be her.
Battle of the reaction times at the end there, but I think, honestly, just ships in the night there. It could have gone either way. It was up close as well, so crosshair being just a little bit different for Lunari. She would have found herself pumped full of lead. However, alas, not to be. And it is a round on the board to try stop the bleeding, particularly early into the half as well. An 8-7 tying up this scoreboard. And it means that Ghost, the buy is going to be messy. The Molotov forces them back. They themselves aren't able to really aggress on this. And now, double posted up on this angle. It is a surefire, difficult, hard time, uncomfortable position to push here if you want to go any further into this cave.
They need a flash. They need something in there. Nice Ash is there to back Catalyst up, but I don't know if they want to mess with this just yet. Have to throw a little bit of utility in there. Flash from ramp, but that's just really for mid. That's for the other players on Nouns to start clearing that out. I think this is going to be a waiting game for Catalyst just to keep these two players at bay as the rest of the Nouns kind of go and look for a little bit more information. Mira's all the way completely pushed up in A main. They know that they have to try and end somewhere in mid over on B. It depends on how they clear out these two players. I don't think the flash really hit. Oh, didn't go all the way through. Alice finds the first. Sevenlish is able to get one, but she's traded out very cleanly. Oh, Ellie's at least there in mid just to shut down anything from Red Room and the rest of Ghost Gaming. Do they go for this? They go for a little bit more money. It looks like they're starting to make their way through.
Footsteps. They're not being subtle.
Ooh.
They don't need to be either. And there's some upgraded weapons. This flash is going to hurt as well. There's a kit available, so they're just trying to whittle down as much time. That smoke is going to cut off the angles. The flash as well to get them through the choke point. Lunari, however, has got the first and through the smoke, so they can't even really find an answer. Mira's managed to get onto site, but that defuse just out of touch.
This feels more like the Nouns that we know on this map now.
Yeah, it's the Nouns that we know, the Nouns that we love. Timeout being called. This is something that I've really loved about both of these teams, really. We've seen it a little less from Nouns on this one, but map number 1, we saw it from them on Train. I like that they've actually been using timeouts. Now, there are a lot of teams, I don't know if you felt the same, Apples, they feel really hesitant to take a break, to take a pause. Sometimes they've got the momentum and they're really scared that even 20 seconds out of that is going to halt the flow and take them out of that flow state. But I like that these conversations are being had to try set themselves up. It's not going to be this round that it's particularly impactful for. But
absolutely,
you do have to consider what comes next. This is you got to play the long game. And their money right now is not ready for the long game.
Gonna be able to make up that bank, and when you're on the CT side, it's really, really hard to get the utility that you need when you just don't have the money. You're not winning the rounds. It's like Nouns just playing this one a little bit slower. Tori and Catalyst just doing a little bit work towards A. Ash here towards ramp, just gonna try and clean up some of these kills, some of these pushes. Oh, it's a little bit labored, but she's able to find 2. Only 4 bullets left, and Sevenlicious finds that. That's an AK picked up for the CTs. Oh, almost another one as well. It's a lot of damage onto Tori, and that's just gonna allow her to go hunting at this point. Go get some more money with that MAC-10.
Exactly. Sevenlicious put it up a nice little post. Trying to just hold on to this weapon more so than anything. A couple of kills to pad the money does mean that hopefully she can maybe drop her teammates, or at least that she will have the ability to get a little bit more util. And Violet is going to put a halt to any of those plans, any of those fantasies that she had in mind.
Do you have the op coming out? Violet is going to be vying into this with one. I, for one, like the T side op. I think it's interesting. Something in.
I'm here for it, and especially with how Violet's been playing it, like it as a shotgun, having that with the aggression. This is something that I have been noticing a lot with Violet, is that often she's in a lot of vulnerable positions because she likes to go hunting with the pack, but with that orb. And sometimes it's not always necessarily in the best position where she has cover to work behind. So if her reactions are slow, if she misses that shot, she's wide open, she's a sitting duck. But I think that plays really well into the T side. So if she can be quick and snappy on this, she will be lethal.
Absolutely.
And
a little bit of early damage. Oh.
I was going to say, Do you know what I think about T-side orcs? I'll tell you in a second after Ash here is popped on out.
Oh, that's a quick reaction, Violet. A nice double.
I can't even say what I was going to say now because I was about to slander the T-side orc, and after a sequence like that, you know, there's still a bit more work to be done though, because whilst it's nice, they still have to make their way to a bomb site.
Absolutely. And looks like Ghost Gaming deciding to split up here as well. Ellie going a little bit aggressive here on B ramp. Just going to try and get some more information, but I don't think she caught the timing. Could at least be able to pick up a weapon or some dropped utility from her teammates. Moss, while it is an upgraded rifle, not completely, it does spot a back. Does give Emily a little bit of information, and wow, she is really up on shelf here. Could be able to catch Violet out. Oh, lots of damage, and that's a nice one. Let's get a damage to Nouns here. Emily has to find this kill, but she doesn't. Tori's able to find it. It's all down to Ellie here. You know what? Pick it up. Pick up the op. Able to do something with it. Tori has moved all the way into Temple. Looks like it could be wrapping around CT. She's going to switch back over to Moss. Good sticky here. Does have a kit. It's not planted for Tori right now.
No, it's not, but she doesn't know where Tori is, and she's so scared, and Tori's taking so long here with the kit. She could have just done it. It would have all been over. And still has to make a move here. There we go, pulls the attention for just a second, and it doesn't even matter. That is, I think, just maybe a poor decision.
Pick it up in time.
Yeah, that's a difficult one, but I think poor decision to try go around the world there. The reposition, I think, works well, but not when your opponent has a kit. Not when you are too far away from hearing the initial one, because if the stick had come through on that first attempt, she would have been too far to come back around. The decision was made at just the wrong time.
Wow. Oh my god, what an entry there for Violet and Ash. They are taking this round by storm, picking up 2 rifles as well as the way in. Now, Ghost Gaming, they are here. They are very, very close to these T's. Just depends on if they're able to do it. MP9, a little bit of a labored spray, does get traded out. Mira not going to be allotted anything else. 7 Licious, I mean, she's so close to the site, but she's about to get timinged. Violet shuts it down. Nouns get double digits, and it's all Nouns from here.
It is all Nouns from here. And so close. Double digits achieved, that series win within, you can taste it on the tip of your tongue. And the economy is not set up here for Ghost Gaming. They're going to concede this round potentially. That takes them to 11-9, right? And then if they lose a gun round, there's nothing to pad that in the background.
Mm-hmm. I like this triple triple push over in A main, though. Violet wary of this, worried of any peeks. Molly is going to get someone off the angle. A little bit of knowledge. A little bit of damage on Demira as well. When is 7 Licious or Emily going to peek out here? Must have spotted someone's leg. This is dangerous.
Dangerous it is, and Lunari going for a little bit more, but Mira, what a shot. Violet is caught with utility in hand, luckily able to back around the corner in time. Can't quite get the spray transfer, but Catalyst there to trade up. They double up and double down on the kills, and now 2 left, and they're both here, and still health. A stray bullet could get the job done.
Ooh.
Now it's getting messy, but Ash with the 2K keeps it all calm and collected.
That was really, really good eco for Ghost Gaming. Like, really good. Did a lot of damage to Nouns' economy. They have to rebuy for 3 players here, rebuy an entire op. It's going to let Violet get back on that, but still, so much damage, so much presence here. A little bit of kill rewards, too, for just a bit of extra utility in their pockets.
Jump immediately into Donut because they've not always had the best handle on mid. Actually, it's not really been too much of a sore spot for them. It's not really where they've been getting burnt from. And Nouns can taste it. They've drawn out so much of the fairly limited utility already here. And now just wait for this Violet attack through the side. It's not what you want. This has been her kryptonite all series, has been this one fight, this one part of the map, and Molotov's exchange brings us to a stalemate there, and both sides just gonna have to wait this one out for a second.
Oh, nice flash for Sevenlicious, but a smoke is gonna keep a lot of the T's kind of separated here. Well, Molly off the angle as well, but Mira on the other side of the map is gonna be able to take someone over in Donut. Violet does not want to just stand by and let that happen. Waiting for another peek here, very patiently with the op. Just a stray bullet would take her down. And a Molly to boot. It's like Ellie's trying to join up with her just to complete some coverage over on that side of the map. Just kind of squeeze in a little bit more. But this is kind of a clamped down bomb site's gonna need some fireworks to push it over, but that's the rotate. Rotates are being called. Oh, if they only just waited a second longer, they would have had 2 less CTs here, but a smoke gonna come down. Kiki flushed out a bucket. Emily over and long. Not gonna be granted a kill. Bomb gets planted and it's all down to Ellie.
Nada to be found here, and Ellie already the call to save because we talked about this. That gun round, that pistol to put them 11-9, and that if this gun round fell through, the money is so poor, and there are no rounds after this for them to work with. Because even on max loss bonus here, they are not going to be able to afford everything that they need and that they want.
It's going to be rough. This is going to be really rough from them. And if Ash is able to get this kill, oh, no, she's good for it. She's keeping that. Just waiting for it.
There's not much more to do here. This is gonna have to be something spectacular coming out. They are gonna be able to go in with this, but it's not gonna be A4s for everyone. You can see this. The MP9 is gonna be that final line of defense. And honestly, with the way that Nouns have been playing, if they can bunker down on site and try to take these close fights, maybe. Because Nouns have been getting up in their face, if you're happy to greet them up in their own faces. But they've decided to go aggressive through mid, and that smoke is going to be saving them from the ramp players, and Ash really needs to find these picks, gets one, and actually the fact that she doesn't go down here, the fact that they chase up this kill onto Sevenlicious, it's all falling apart.
All falling apart. Mira is in a very good spot to be able to catch some stragglers from behind. Rest of her team following suit over through CT, just taking her time clearing these angles. Able to find Catalyst. That is a nice one. Tori gonna maul her off the angle. Not gonna allow her an easy peek in quite yet. The Ghosts, they've read this. They are all close to this bomb site, just separated by a smoke. A flash could let them in. The nade is gonna set Kiki down to 45 health. Ash is so close, does get blinded, but is right close up with the enemy, able to find 2. Ellie left alone, Lunari finds it. Now it's 13-9. Nouns take the map and win the series against Ghost Gaming. What an incredible showing from them, Infinity.
It is indeed, and you can tell that they're happy as they should be. 2 maps that they haven't played, neither